Hey guys, welcome back to another heavy metal diecast video, and today we have one here from Corgi in 1/72 scale diecast, of course. Now we have ourselves a F4 Phantom, or F-4J at the UK Phantoms here, and this is from a number 74 Squadron. Number 74 Squadron originally formed during World War I in 1917. It was known as the Tiger Squadron. The squadron would fly during World War II and go through periods of disbandment and reforming until its final disbandment occurring in September of 2000. Now, our aircraft is from 74 Squadron when it was reformed in 1984 to be equipped with ex-US Navy Phantoms like this one right here, of course. And that was mainly due to aircraft shortages from the Falklands War. 15 F-4Js, F-4J UK aircraft would be purchased and would go through upgrades to use the British Skyflash missile and were painted in a very distinctive duck egg blue sort of colour. 74 Squadron would fly the Phantom Js from 1984 until 1992. And this does look pretty cool. These boxes are quite large from Corgi, so we will open it up and see what we get presented with. And we do have that awesome looking Phantom right there. It does have the stand, and it does have all the accessories that we do need to put on the aircraft for the landing gear options, of course. And it does even look like it has a ladder, I think, which is pretty cool. And it does have some details. We'll move this big box around, and it does have some details in the flap of the aircraft and everything like that as well, if you're interested in that kind of stuff. But of course, this Phantom is no good in this box, so we need to get this Corgi Phantom out so we can actually have a real good look at it. We will do that right now. We'll be back in a moment. Alright, so with this UK Phantom out of its box, it does come in typical Corgi fashion. They do make you feel special. It does come with a certificate of limited runs, and this is a limited run of only 6,700 aircraft distributed worldwide, so these will be a little bit easier to get than normal. And it is a pretty big card too, which is, if you collector cards are your thing, you'll be excited about that. We will open this packet up, of course, and reveal this awesome looking Phantom. And it does look brand new. I bought this second hand on eBay, of course, and it does look brand new, but it does have the stand options and everything like that, and that nice Phantom. Oh, this is the, I'll have a look at that. Check out that. These are little ladders you get. That does look pretty cool, but enough of that. We want to get to this Phantom, so hopefully, oh, well, it comes out basic, so I'm assuming maybe because being a second-hand purchase, we'll move that out of the way and move this off, of course. And whoa, you can see that distinctive colour. That does look very interesting. Now, of course, these Corgi ones do come with pilot figures already in them, so depending on if you like pilot figures or not, I personally don't put them, if I've got the option, I don't put them in my aircraft, but Corgi ones always do. It doesn't bother me, but as I say, it's up to you if you like pilot figures in your aircraft. But enough of me waffling on about that. Check out those panel lines. They are quite nice. The details on this are pretty cool. There's that unit marking on the front, the tiger there. It's definitely a interesting colour on this aircraft. Tiger on the tail. The engine nozzle details aren't too bad. Look, to be honest, the Corgi Phantom efforts aren't that bad. It's just Hobby Master ones are really good. But I do have some other manufacturers' Phantoms to review, to get to actually, like an Air Commander one, and I reckon that one does look awesome in the box, and an X Plus one as well. So I look forward to eventually getting around to those, because they look absolutely killer. But it does look very nice. I think we can get that open, and you can see a little bit of detail. Not a great deal, but there is a little bit of detail on there. We'll put that back on if we can. Got to find that little hole. And we will turn that over. And I did see the gear bay door in the packet, of course. These come in flight. So if you like your Corgi aircraft in flight, these are pull straight out of the box and chuck it on the stand kind of deals. And it does have some great detail there. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Very nice indeed. I do like myself a Phantom, as I usually say every time I do a Phantom review. So of course, the only bit of ordnance you need to put on is just this tank here, which does slip in beautifully like that. But there is one problem. I mean, this is how your Phantom will look in flight. It does look very nice. You know where I'm going with this, don't you? So, if you want to put your supplied stand, you flyboys do need to take your central ordnance off so you can access that hole, of course, because that is your stand hole. And that is your aircraft now on the stand, so you can display your aircraft in flight. If that's how you like to display your aircraft. But I like to display mine complete. But nah, look, to be honest, it does look very nice in flight, but you can't just display it complete. I don't know why manufacturers sort of are making you always, well, not always, the majority of times removing that central ordnance so you can put the stand on, because it just means for whenever you want to display your aircraft in flight, it's not, it doesn't have its complete loadout, which is a little bit disappointing for you guys. But not so much for me, or anyone else that likes to display their gear down. And speaking of gear down, what we'll do is we'll go chuck some landing gear on this and come right back, of course. All right, here we have the UK Phantom set up for gear down. As you can see, that canopy, the open canopy is poo. It's terrible. It doesn't fit properly, as you can see. I've pushed this in as much as I can, and that absolutely looks shite. I mean, you do get that cool little ladder, but you can put along there, and that does look really nice, but it does look really, really shit, to be honest. Save that ladder for a Hobby Master one, really, because the open canopy, and it wobbles around, doesn't fit in the hole, as you can see, and that front doesn't look right. So I would recommend keeping this canopy in the closed position, which I'm going to just take this garbage off now and put that on for the rest of this review, of course, if I can find that little hole. But that is a lot better. It is a little bit disappointing because that little ladder is pretty cool, and I don't know why. Well, maybe it's particular to my model. I do have some unfortunate luck with the diecast gods at times, so feel free to let me know in the comments below if you actually have this model and your open canopy setup is spot on, because I would like to know, or if yours is garbage like mine. But look, overall, very straightforward to set up for gear down though. It does set up nicely. So you do put your nose wheel in, and then there's two little gear bay doors, the one at the front and the one to the side there, and that goes straight in perfectly. You can put your central ordnance back on your aircraft and wipe the tears off that tank from the flyboys. And then you put your landing gear on, which is straightforward. There's a little tiny gear bay door that you slot in first, then put your main gear in, and then the little gear bay door on the inside there, and the same routine on the other side. And that is job done for gear down, and it sets up really nice gear down. So I don't have a problem with it in gear down. It does look really good, and it does hold the weight. This is a reasonably hefty aircraft, and it does hold the weight quite well. And I think this does look pretty cool. We'll put this down on the deck, and I suppose wind up this video, of course. And I reckon, look, overall, it's a nice build, just not with the open canopy, because that definitely is crap on mine anyway. But I reckon it is another nice rendition from Corgi though. So yeah, once again, this is 1/72 scale diecast by Corgi, as I just mentioned. It is the McDonnell Douglas F-4J, the UK Phantoms. And this one is a F Mark III from the No. 74 Squadron, obviously of the RAF, in 1986. And I reckon it is a nice looking unit overall. I am still reasonably happy with it, and it'll still display nicely. So if you enjoyed the video at all, hey, throw us one of those if you can find that button. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you've yet to do so. You know, the usual spiel that we do at the end of our recordings. I will take some photos of this bird and chuck them on at the conclusion of the video, which you can check out if you feel like it. And that way you can see it without my fingers all over it. Alright guys, once again, thank you so much for spending your valuable time in checking out another one of our diecast videos. I hope you enjoyed this Phantom today. Alright everyone, thanks again for watching. You all have a fantastic rest of your day. Cheers!